Okay, here we go. We're going to make caramel creme, or in English, caramel flan, caramel custard, you know, caramel something like that. Alright, now look. This is just a saute pan. There's nothing in it. It's empty. But it's very hot. Now watch this. You add sugar to it, and look what's happening. The sugar is going to dissolve on its own. There's no liquid being introduced here. This is just the sugar, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to coat the bottom of these ramekins with the caramelized sugar. Alright, now you're going to give it a minute. You got to be patient here. And be careful not to burn the sugar. You don't want to burn it. You might want to use a wooden spoon here. I'm not going to use a wooden spoon. I'm using a regular spoon. But what'll happen is, if you use a metal spoon like this, what'll happen is the sugar will start to crystallize on the spoon. So that's why you use a wooden spoon. It won't crystallize on it. But I know how to get it off of there, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, look at this. The sugar is dissolving on its own. I added nothing to this other than sugar. Sugar and heat. Okay? The first time I saw this, I freaked out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's just sugar in a pan. and it just dissolves. I couldn't believe what I was watching the first time I saw it. Alright, now look, you don't want to get this too hot, because if it gets too hot, it's going to taste like burnt sugar. If you get it just right, it's going to taste like caramel. Now, there is recipes with this where you add water and you use a candy thermometer and you go through a whole bunch of bull crap. But I'm not doing that. I'm just melting the sugar right here. We're just going to do this really quick. We're not going to fart around with the water and the candy thermometer and all that bullshit. You don't need that. Alright, now what we want, oh look at that, oh baby. What we want is a small little thin layer of this on the bottom of each one of these cups. Each one of these ramekins, we're going to put the custard mix in the ramekin. And this will be on the bottom. Now, of course, when you flip the ramekin over, you're going to have a nice caramel topping for it. Okay, it's almost done. Now, at this point, you got to be very careful, because it could turn black in a minute. You got to be real careful. I mean, it is dissolved, yes, but it's not completely, you know, there's still some crystals left. So what you want is, you want to get the crystals out of there. But like I say, be careful as far as the heat goes. And also, do not touch this, whatever you do. You're going to get burnt really bad. You're going to wish you never touched it. I can tell you that. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost clear. That's what you want, is you want it clear. Once it turns clear, then that means all the sugar is dissolved. You know, there's no more crystals left. Okay, that's it. It's clear. It's clear right now. Oh man, look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, again, be very careful. You can get burnt really bad here. What happens is, if you burn yourself, this stuff sticks to your skin. And then when you try to pull it, you're pulling off all the skin. It's not a good thing. Okay, that's perfect right there. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to pour in a little bit in each one of these cups. Okay, and you don't need fancy ramekins for this. You can use coffee cups if you want. You know, anything that you can put into the oven. Any kind of ceramic thing that'll hold up to the heat of the oven. Alright, now with this, what you can do is you can let this cool and then break it and use it as a topping. Or you could just throw it away. You know, I mean, it's only just a little bit of of sugar. Alright, I'll see you over there. Alright, here we go with our caramel creme. Now, the recipe calls for 6 egg yolks. So I put in 6 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. I'm gonna do a little variation of it because I'm trying to fill up 4 of these things, so I need 4 of them. So I'm gonna add an extra egg. Okay, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of cream. I'm gonna do 2 cups. Let me see, this is 1 pint. So this is 2 cups. Now what I'm doing though is I'm going to heat the cream. I'm going to heat the cream first in this little pan here. So once the cream is hot, then we'll come back. Alright. Okay, here we've got the heavy cream. Now the heavy cream is boiled, okay? It boiled. So if we added that to this egg right now, it would just curdle. Alright, that's what would happen. The eggs would just cook. They'd end up as scrambled eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to temper the eggs. And what that means is we're going to add a little bit of the cream. Not a lot, just a little. There you go. Add a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Just keep doing that. What you're doing is you're bringing the egg yolks up to temperature without, you know, shocking the hell out of them and turning them into scrambled eggs. A little bit more. When you get near the end, you can add it a little bit faster because the eggs are tempered. A little bit more. There we go. Nice. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, now we put one extra egg in, so I'm going to add just a shot of milk. I'm going to add just a little bit of milk. Sugar is 6 tablespoons. Here's a little bit short of 6 tablespoons, but that's all right. You don't need all that sugar in there. Okay, let's dissolve the sugar. That's it. It's ready. That's how simple it is. I mean, this is really one simple dessert. A very nice dessert. That it couldn't be any easier than this. Alright, sugar is dissolved. Now what we're going to do is we're going to strain it. You know, you strain it, you make it a little bit fancier. You don't get that that little membrane that holds the yolk in place. Look at that, perfect. Okay, now this again is optional. I like to use a little bit of nutmeg. I like a little bit of nutmeg on them. So again, that's optional. You don't need that I mean, that's just the way I like it. To me it just brings all them flavors together. The vanilla, the egg, the cream. Okay. Now we're going to have to cook this in a double boiler in the oven. Okay, the whole reason I did that was because I'm trying to stretch it and make 4 of them instead of 3. This recipe will make 3 of those ramekins, but I want to make 4 of them. Alright, now we're going to add our other ingredients. We're going to add some vanilla. I don't know how much. Just add it until you feel like you got to stop. There you go, that's it. Be careful with that you don't jiggle it too much and the water ends up in the egg mixture. Alright, it's going in the oven. Okay, the oven is set at 300. It's going to be in there for 50 minutes to an hour. Probably 50 minutes. We'll check them after 30 minutes. We'll check them. And check it out. We have our little teapot timer. Okay? So we're going to wind it up all the way, then we're going to come back to 30. There you go. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, see ya. Alright, here we go. This is the caramel cream. What you want to do now is you want to wet a spatula and run it along the side. Get down in there. Run it all along the side. There you go. Okay. Put the plate down on top. Flip it over. Watch out, these are hot. They just came out. They're going to be a little bit warm. Alright. And pick it up nice and slowly. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. Holy moly. Man, you get yourself a little bit of whipped cream and some fresh berries, which I don't have either one of them, and go to town. Listen, I'm here to tell you something. This doesn't get any better than this right here. Look at this. Look at this. Holy crap. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Look at it. Nice and jiggly. Ooh, ooh. Man. Oh, man. Oh, that's it. That's it. Like I said, you get some fresh berries. Try to get berries that aren't very sweet, because there is, there's a lot of sugar here. Very simple. It's 3 ingredients. It's cream, egg yolks, sugar, and vanilla. 4 ingredients. You don't have to mess around with fresh vanilla. That's this is just so good. You don't need fresh vanilla. I'm telling you, this is top of the line right here. I gotta tell you one thing. It doesn't get any better than this. Whoo!